We are ready, Master.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Tonight we are coming to you from DTT in San Francisco. Thank you all for joining us. It's also tonight in California, there is a storm. So it's very, very wet for at least a few days, maybe up to 5. So please drive carefully, and if you find yourself having to drive, make sure to recite Medicine Master Buddha's name, all right? Anyone has any questions? No? Okay. I guess I'm looking at the slides here, and I see that the Master has started to talk about another topic. And I was thinking maybe I should start talking a little bit about the Chanchi here. It's only a few days left. So this is the last chance for us to cultivate. Okay. In Chan teaching, the Chinese Chan, the Buddhist Chan has 2 ways of teaching: gradual teaching, gradual enlightenment, and sudden enlightenment. Okay, you all know about gradual enlightenment. Gradual enlightenment is stepwise. You go from step to step to step. You climb up the ladder towards enlightenment. All right? And so this is what typically is taught in all meditation classes, as far as I know. I've been to Hong Kong, I've been to Taiwan, I've been to here, and I noticed there's one thing that's common to all these way places and these places, even not way places, non-Buddhist places, Zen places. It's all gradual enlightenment. Korea, also gradual enlightenment. Okay. So the emphasis on gradual enlightenment is that you increase your wisdom gradually. Okay, and what we also have at our temples is sudden enlightenment. Sudden enlightenment requires you to have a good no advisor who can give you personal instructions. And from hearing personal instructions, you suddenly reach enlightenment. That's why it's called sudden enlightenment. That's why it's called sudden teaching versus gradual teaching. All right? And the distinction is that in sudden teaching, you need to have a live person to tell you. You need to have a person to tell you. Okay? And my personal experience has been, I've been studying under Master YongHua as well. He taught me a few times, 5, 6 times, before he died, after I became a left-home person. And I noticed, looking back, he taught me about 5 times, personally. Even after he died, he appeared in my dreams and taught me as well. Or I would be driving my car, my van, that Odyssey that you saw parked out there outside. He would give me instructions on what to do. Okay, but looking back at all those 5 instances, they're all gradual teaching. It doesn't have the characteristics of certain teaching. Because certain teaching is designed to produce results very, very quickly. In contrast, the 6 patriarchs came to me in Southern California, and within less than 2 minutes, I understood what his teaching was. Okay, and at the time, I think it's rather low level that I reached. I reached 2nd stage Arhat within minutes, but the technique of doing so really was wonderful. So much more effective than I have ever been taught by anyone, including Master Hsuan. Okay, and that's a very distinctive certain teaching that I was very blessed to be able to receive. And at once, right there, that one time right there, was a life-changing experience. I didn't understand it, but later, as I started practicing more and more, and in particular, I have to begin to teach you more disciples. And my disciples get better and better. They get better, and Master Hsuan disciples, and therefore, I had to come up with something else better than what I used in terms of Weiyang training that I picked up from the Chinese, Master Hsuan in particular. And so that's why I had to go back to the techniques of the 6 patriarchs and how he taught me in less than 2 minutes. Okay? And so, and I didn't quite understand until the more we spend time together, the more many of you are coming here to practice with us. And I realized is that we are actually offering you 2 kinds of trainings, gradual training as well as certain training. Okay, let me elaborate for you. When you come to our temples like this, DTT, or you go to JMT, okay, your abbots are supposed to help train you and give you gradual teachings. Okay, and you're supposed to sit there and practice and follow, execute the instructions. That's gradual teaching. That's what our abbots are qualified to do. And when I call abbot, it's not the same as anyone else. My standards are very high. I don't call people abbots until they are good enough to defend the temples. Not like the others who are called abbots because they're there. Okay, and that's a abuse of titles to me. Okay, abbots are supposed to be able to fend for themselves, and only for themselves. If they cannot provide protection for you, then they are failing in their aspects. So they train to be better at fending off the intruders and keep the ghosts and the demons at bay. Okay, and that requires a certain level of competence. Okay, so this is why when you come to our temples, the major temples here, you go to, especially here, I'm putting emphasis right now on Northern California. So you go to DTT, you will find such a place where you should take advantage of it. You only have 2 days left. I'm sorry I should have told you this earlier. It just came to my mind tonight, that's all. Okay? So 2 days is still better than 0 days. Okay, give you all. Okay, take advantage of it, because the fact you're able to practice with the abbots here, our abbots, you are practicing, you're following the gradual instruction, gradual teachings, and it's very helpful for you to reach enlightenment. All right? What is enlightenment, by the way? What does enlightenment mean? Why is it important? People talk about it. You talk to many Americans, and they will tell you, I'm enlightened. You talk to many monks and nuns, they will tell you they're enlightened. But what does it mean, enlightened? Let me rephrase it for you. What does it mean for you? What does it mean to you? Let's be clear. When people say they're enlightened, we should be happy for them. Okay? Yeah. But what does it mean to you, to us? What's in it for us? No one asked? Seriously? You've been studying Buddhism for so many years, decades, and you never ask, what does it mean to you? So someone is enlightened, whoopee, what does it do for me? That's what I do. I'm very American. I'm glad for you, I'm glad you're enlightened. But please tell me again, what does it mean to me? What does it do for me? Yes, 7.
Master, I guess so we can be depends on them more.
Depend more? Why?
Because they become dependable.
Dependable? Okay, so I get a dog to be dependable. I get a Doberman, very dependable. You get a teeth and then no one comes near you. All you have to do is give him some steak, and he'll be loyal to you for life. Anyone else? So you look at intertemple things, and you see that there aren't many people because it's raining like crazy in California right now. Yes, Way Mountain. This is when you appreciate the online thing. Yes, oh, Peter is there. Wow. Your wife let you out on a night like tonight?
Thank you, Master. I agree. I think Ninja, the Doberman at Gold Forest, is very dependable. To me, enlightenment is learning and then eventually being able to endure the suffering.
Okay. Very good. Anyone else? South Carolina, I just saw him walk by. What does enlightenment mean to you? Mahayana keeps on stressing about get enlightened, especially Master YongHua. Get enlightened, get enlightened. What does it mean to us?
Something way beyond me because I'm really stupid.
Way beyond him. Okay. Yes, 6.
저에게 깨달음은 온 계공이고요. 반야심경에서 온 계공도 일체고의 깨달음을 얻으면 저도 고통을 다 해결할 수 있고 그것을 또 다른 사람의 고통도 해결해 줄 수 있다는 것이 저에게 있어서의 깨달음입니다.
I don't know how to do it in English. To me, enlightenment is 5 skandhas and the line in Heart Sutra. So leave suffering and 스님 깨달음 다음에 뭐라고 하셨죠? 고통을
저희가 반야심경 할 때 온 개공 도 일체 고액이 온 개공을 깨달으면 저도 모든 고통을 벗어나고 또 다른 이의 고통도 벗어나게 해줄 수 있다는 것이 저에게 있어서의 깨달음입니다.
So the line in Heart Sutra that you leave, you realize that five skandhas are all empty and leave all sufferings, your sufferings and others' sufferings.
Okay, that's you. But what does it do for me? Say you enlighten, your five skandhas are empty, that's correct. What does it do for me? Is that Korean translation proper? Why, how can I benefit from your enlightenment? No one ever asked. No one? He says, oh, it's just a cool thing. Wei Mao.
Thank you, Master. I hope someday to become enlightened, and then perhaps I could help someone. I could help relieve somebody's suffering. I could help my family.
When you become enlightened, then you can help me?
I don't think I can help you. How could I ever help you, Master?
Okay.
I could pay you back. I don't know. How can
You
I?
can help others, you mean, okay.
Yeah,
Except
I mean,
me.
I feel
So
like I can help others.
you don't want to help me, you just want to help others.
No, I would love to be able to help you, but I just think you're so, way up there. So how could someone like me help you?
Okay. So someone is enlightened because you expect them to help you. Okay. In what way?
I'm sorry?
How?
Do I expect other?
I'm presenting to you from an American perspective. You talk to an American person here, or a people who's educated, who went through the Western style education system. It's me, 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 me. Okay? So that's why I asked. It's great you're enlightened. Great you're a bodhisattva. What is it you're doing for me?
That's a good question.
What? Never thought of it? I mean, you've been practicing all these years, you never thought of it? Seriously? Yes, 9.
일단 첫 번째 질문하신 저한테 이제 깨달음이란 사실은 이제 고통을 이제 끊고 윤회를 벗어나기 위한 것이 저한테 깨달음의 의미였고요.
So enlightenment to me is leaving suffering and leaving reincarnation.
I'm very glad for you.
네, 그리고
What does it do for me?
네.
You're so Korean. You guys, is there a disconnect here? You guys are so old Asian. When I present you a Western perspective, when they're basically me, 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 you are confused, you flustered. You don't know how to deal with these Westerners who say, it's about me, man.
그리고 이제 말씀을 드리려고 했던 건데 제가 깨달았을 때 마스터께서 가져가 가실 수 있는 이득은 그냥 제 개인적인 견해로는 마스터께서 이제 비유해 보면 이제 늪에 빠진 중생들을 구하셔야 되는데 제가 깨달았다면 늪에서 건져내야 될 중생의 수가 줄어든 것이라고 말할 수 있겠고요.
So if I get enlightenment, then the benefit you will take would be that you have to save all living beings, and one living being is out of those stamp and live suffering.
그리고 이제 마지막으로 제가 이제 조교정찰에 다닐 때 이제 배웠던 예전에 저의 스승님께 배웠던 내용으로는 스승의 레벨을 넘어서지 못, 그러니까 스승의 레벨을 넘어서기 전까지는 스승의 은혜를 갚을 수 없다고 저는 그렇게 배웠고, 저는 그게 불가능하다고 생각했습니다. 너무 감사하지만 제 능력이 너무 낮아서 죄송합니다, 마스터.
And when I was attending Joge Order Temple, what I learned was if you cannot be higher than your master, then you cannot really repay his debt. So, sorry, master, I lack some potential, but thank you so much.
Okay, how about go for us?
And Emitofuo Master, so if someone else is enlightened, there is another person that can teach us how to get enlightened and get to the same point.
You expect them to help you get to the same place?
Yeah.
Probably not practical. Okay, because enlightenment, according to the Buddhist teaching, enlightenment has 3 different types. Okay, self-enlightenment, enlightenment of others, and the perfection of enlightenment. So just because someone is enlightened doesn't mean they can help others. All right? Don't get your hopes up too high. You from Spain and so forth, so as I understand, it's new to you and it sounds glamorous to you. But don't get your hopes up too high. Just because they're enlightened doesn't mean they can help you. That's a fact. JC.
자녀가 미성년자에서 성년이 되면은 부모님이 육아의 스트레스에서 좀 벗어날 수 있으니까 마스터가 조금 힘이 덜 힘드시지 않을까요? 그리고 좀 말이 통하니까 좀 가르치기도 좀 더 수월해지실 것 같아요.
So it's like for you, it's like your child is being grown as an adult. So you're out of stress of parenting and will be easier to teach.
Okay. Okay, fine. What about Wei Mao?
Thank you, Master. I can give an example from my experience, both how it benefits me and how it benefits you. The first time Master Z came back to Wei Mountain Temple after being in Korea, he was just standing like, 10 feet to the right of me during lecture, and I was able to cross my legs about 40 times longer than usual that lecture. So just his presence put me at ease. So that really benefited me. And then the way that benefits you is you have one less pale face bothering you because Master Z took care of it.
Okay. Very good. You too.
Thank you, Master. We have several comments here. We have from Diego. Master, when I reach enlightenment, I will rejoice because my translations would be better and I will understand your Dharma better. And Cordelia says, having wisdom to resolve other issues without drowning in our own afflictions while doing it.
Okay.
Ray Zhuang, enlightened beings bring peace to the environment around them because they shine and scare away the yin beings. Dr. Fang says, It's impossible to find worldly people willing to help someone else without calculating for themselves. Enlightened people have no ego anymore. It's truly helping. Plus, with wisdom, they know how to help best.
Okay, very good.
We have some questions. Should I ask those, Master?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. We have an early one from Samson. Emitofuo, Master, for those of us who are unable to attend lectures in person, are we missing out on sudden teaching, tuning in only online?
You're missing out on some, yes, because certain teaching is usually one-to-one. Okay, you have to hear it, and to be there, it's better because the teaching only works at that moment. It's certain teaching, and another characteristic of the certain teaching is that it works at that moment only. You miss it, that's it. So yes, you miss out. You do miss out.
Wow.
And it doesn't mean that every time you come to the temple, it means where is my sudden teaching? Okay, don't have that attitude. If you have that kind of attitude, there's no sudden teaching for you. Okay, let me make it clear. Don't want to mislead you. Okay, I've been coming to the temple every single weekend religiously, faithfully. I'm your devoted disciple and everything. Where's my sudden teaching?
Where is it?
And then, so the answer is, to quote Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the sudden teaching. In that, what is it, Justice for All movie, where he's an evil colonel, and a lawyer says, how about telling us the truth for once? And so he looked at this Kevin Bacon lawyer and said, you can't handle the truth. Okay, you can't handle the sudden teaching. Continue.
Thank you, Master. And then finally, just for this moment, we have also Robin's Nest. Emitofuo, Master, is it wrong to think that the best we can do as students for our masters is the propagation of the Sangha and spreading the Dharma taught by our Master? The most many of us can do is to try to live our lives as bodhisattvas to the best of our ability as well.
All true, but it also has specific measures as far as I'm concerned. Everyone talks like that. Everyone talks about helping others. Everyone talks about compassion, kindness, and so forth. And there's so many big words being thrown around, especially by monks and nuns, and it sounds good, you know. I'm teaching you about compassion. It's about kindness and so forth. Okay, and that's fine. And that's for newcomers. It's okay to talk like that, and when you eventually will be tired of hearing the same thing over and over again. Okay, that's when the next level is you actually are able to do something. That's what I'm talking about. It's easy to talk about it. It's easy to talk about kindness, easy to talk about compassion, but are you really kind? Are you really compassionate? Okay? Why can't you be kind? Why can't you be compassionate? Okay, so we have a discussion here going on here, and that's a good thing that you are all contributing, and I appreciate it, and you all have good perspectives. I will simplify it for you. Okay, it's endless as to what enlightened people who are capable can do for us. I look at Master YongHua, for example. His level of enlightenment is very high. He did a lot for me personally, as well as for a lot of people. Okay, and we don't even know. Okay, we don't have to know. That's what they do. What they do is they watch us, and they support us, they help us, and only teach us when it's time to teach us. But we're not even aware they're helping us. That's the nature of the help. The help is that the enlightened people, they have wisdom, therefore they know how to help us. Okay, and because they have wisdom, when they help us, they don't want us to become attached to the help. Okay, when you attach to their help, you will not grow. You level off. You no longer grow because you depend on them to help you. The help is designed for you to continue to make progress. So, as Robin Ness was talking about, she says, can I can I try to help Buddhism? Can I help my teaching and so forth? Okay, all those are nice concepts, but it boils down to this: can you really help? Just because you want to help is a good start, but how much can you help is the bottom line. This is the 21st century, folks. Okay, this is United States. We demand results. Okay, you can talk all you want. At the end of the day, what have you done for me? Including how much are you paying me for my efforts? Okay, that's the standards here. It's meritocracy. This is the nature of consistency and longevity in a Dharma ending age. It's no longer the same as in my master's times where we can expect people to come and support us. It's no longer the case for my generation or your generation. Okay, especially your generation, I don't see it happening anymore. You have to do something to deserve the support. You have to make a difference in people's lives. You cannot afford to waste people's lives, waste people's time. You really have to make a difference. You must contribute to merit the support, to merit their spending time learning from you. So it's a meritocracy. So that's what my motto is about. I call someone Abbot because I know they have the potential when they're put there to develop, to learn to make a difference and merit the support for the temple and really really making a difference in your lives. That's the bottom line. Okay, we have to be true to our calling. And the reason Buddhism is weak nowadays is because your generation are not taught that way anymore. We are so desperate because there's a lack of young people joining us. There's a lack of competent people joining us. That we're so desperate. Just come. I make your life so comfortable. I offer you cars. Okay. I offer you money. I offer you temples. I offer you security. Because I have it already. I don't know what else to do with it. I'm dying. I'm old. So I'm going to leave it for you. Okay. Just stick in there. Just stick around. And that's wrong because that's how Buddhism dies after you're gone. After Master YongHua is gone, Okay? My generation, I ask myself, I don't care about the others, I ask myself, what I'm going to do to continue his work, because I like what he did. And therefore, it has to be concrete results. Can we really make a difference? Okay? If we can't, then learn, be better, and learn to make a difference. It's not about what you think of yourself. It's about, can you really do it? In your company, you work at a company, you only get paid, you get a promotion because you can deliver. Buddhism has always been that way. It's just that it got weaker, okay? Yeah, because people forgot. People like Master YongHua didn't dare tell his disciples the truth. You have to merit your place in Buddhism. You have to merit your place in society. We're taking up air. We're taking up space. We're taking up resources. We're using up electricity, water, food, gas, okay? All those things. We need to be worthy of it. I don't subscribe to the fact that we are entitled to all your support, like in my generation, my master's generation, because they have blessings. In Master YongHua's generations, his disciples, they came and supported him because they knew, they taught that they were supposed to come and support the Triple Jewel because it's extremely beneficial to support the Triple Jewel. You look at the countries that supported the Triple Jewel, they all flourished for a long time before it changed. Okay? Namely, I don't know much about India, okay? But I heard Ashoka, who's an emperor, Indian emperor, he was a very devout disciple of Buddhism. He supported propagation of Buddhism. That's why he became an emperor. Okay? China as well. China has, in history of China, has countless emperors. Okay? Well, generation of this generation of Tang Dynasty, they supported, the emperors were disciples, and they supported Buddhism. And that's why the country flourished for centuries. Okay? Korea is another example. Korea has a very special place in Asian Buddhism because the government is very supportive of Buddhism. Still is the case today. Without the government support, the three big temples would have a hard time. And because of that, you see these economic miracles. And we not, never mind about all these places. What about Hinayana? Thailand is so supportive of Buddhism. That's why they have a very strong Buddhist tradition, because they say it's a system that they churn out fourth-stage Arhat after fourth-stage Arhat very effectively. Okay, and the government is very supportive of Buddhism until the current one, who is no longer, doesn't seem to be that interested anymore. You see, times are changing, okay, because, and that's why we need to adapt. The times is demanding that Buddhism has to instill a sense of a meritocracy among its ranks in order to make a difference. Okay, the older people supported us, but your generation don't think of support at all. for you is a transaction. Okay? I give you this, what are you doing for me? It's perfectly understandable. You struggle yourself. Why should we be exempt from it? Okay? And so that's what we have to think about is how do we merit the support, the people who come here. The people who come to our temples, practice with us, is because they receive great benefits from it. That's our challenge. Okay? But at a very low level, let me tell you, that's what I see, okay, in you. I come to too many way places now, my own and others. Okay? And I tell you one thing that stands out is, let me put it this way for you, okay? When you cultivate, you are peace. People who come to you will be able to benefit from the peace in you, your peaceful nature. Agree or disagree? The contrast is that those who do not practice, who do not cultivate and pursue worldly things exclusively, they're so afflicted. And they don't know what else to do about their afflictions. They only distract themselves and add more afflictions instead of reducing afflictions. So why is that are you able to bring peace to wherever you go? Why? Yeah, maybe people might be laughing and say, peace, so what is it? Can you quantify it? Is it in terms of dollars, in terms of some quantitative numbers? Okay? I'm talking about something that normal people cannot have, is peace. Agree or disagree? You look at people, ordinary people, they are so afflicted. You look at our presidential candidates, the loudest guy. He is so afflicted every single time he's on TV. I look at his face, okay? His afflictions. That's why, in contrast, you are peace. That's the difference. That's what you're doing. He brings afflictions into my home via the TV, via the airwaves. Every time you look at him, it's a very afflicted man. And it affects you adversely a lot more than you realize. Whereas you quietly, whether you're first stage arhat, you're second stage arhat, and many of you are, you be with someone, you bring peace to that person. Why? Yes, way bound.
Thank you, Master. A way I can quantify peace is with productivity. I'm sure many people have experienced the workplace when people are afflicted and you try to have a meeting about a topic and the underlying problems and afflictions are what's really happening in the room, and nothing really gets done, and it just kind of gets difficult. But thankfully, I've had the opportunity to experience some rooms where people are at ease. And when people are at ease, so much gets done, and innovation can happen, and progress can get made. Productivity is just exponentially higher.
Excellent. The analogy is that you go to a meeting. You may be laughing at peace. What is this baloney that this monk is talking about? It sounds so simple, actually is extremely important. You go to a meeting. If your mind is afflicted, okay? For example, I don't know, this happens to you. It doesn't happen to me, okay? But let's say you come to a meeting. Very important meeting. And that morning, before you left for work, your wife picked a fight with you, and she wants a divorce. You don't love me anymore. Okay? Most people will be afflicted. They bring the affliction to the meeting. The head is not clear. How can you possibly solve problems with an afflicted mind? I said extreme example, but think about it. Agree? It's just like when it happens to us all the time. You're so afflicted, don't talk to me, not right now. I need time for myself. Yeah? So you are basically useless when you are that afflicted. Okay? Agree, disagree? Okay, let me extrapolate a bit more. Let's say we're talking about extreme affliction, high-level affliction, yes? And you know you can't function anymore, okay? 100%. Let's say you're not as afflicted. You are 75% afflicted, 50% afflicted. Your efficiency also decreases accordingly, doesn't it? We know. With Buddhism, we know that already. But you guys are always looking for things that you want to measure, but you don't realize you cannot look at yourself. You cannot solve problems when you are that afflicted. You're very inefficient. Yeah? These are critical measure sticks that professionals and people in the world do not understand. They look at everything as brute force. You produce it, I don't care. But what we're talking about is with you being unafflicted, your head being clearer, therefore you are a lot more productive. Never mind about anything else. Talk about being productive, making a contribution. You can do it better when your head is clear. Yes? It's common sense. And it's ignored because worldly people don't know how to be peace. They want to talk, TED Talk. They talk about, the new innovations, these wonderful things, these new tricks, new perspective. But what's most fundamental about us is, can you clear your head? Can you restore peace in your head? No one knows how to. You talk to the Nobel laureates, they don't know. Yes? You talk to the brightest people. Okay? The geniuses. Okay? Let's say, I don't know, name a genius. I know that some of you are Elon fanboy, okay? And Trump fanboy. Name a third one because I'm tired of picking on these people. Huh? Name someone you look up to. they don't know peace. I don't care who you name. They don't know peace. They're so afflicted. Enlightened people know peace. You're not enlightened, then you maybe not be 100% peace like the Buddha, but you could be 90, could be 80, could be 70% peace. Whereas ordinary people is 0% peace. Anyone has a problem with that? Challenge me. Tell me I'm wrong. And peace is productivity. Peace is the beginning of happiness. Ordinary people, they don't understand how to take care of the fundamentals. You start, never mind, don't talk to me about big deals, big things. I'm important, I'm president, I'm running for president. I look at you, I see you are afflictions. I will not want the fate of my children, my grandchildren in your hands. You're too confused. Yeah? Now look at Hitler. You see a peaceful man? No. So why are you peace? What did you do to be peace? You see, enlightenment has so much more. I'm talking about one simple aspect that everyone can see and that you have that others don't. So why are you peace? After tonight's talk, I want you to see people. Yes, is he peace or is he affliction? Okay. Would you want to marry afflictions? Go first. People are so confused. They say, oh, he's rich, he's famous, and all those things. But there's one fundamental thing. Can they be peace? Because it's so fundamental. You drink a glass of red wine. Yeah? You drink a glass of wine. If your mind is afflicted, can you really enjoy yourself? Your feelings are being filtered already, are being twisted already. So you spend, I don't know how much salary spends on her wine glasses, but you spend so much money bringing your customers to this fancy wine bar in Tokyo, huh? Okay? And they're so afflicted. How much of this beautiful sake or whiskey here can they really appreciate? Because your affliction acts like a filter in everything you do. Agree? It's so fundamental to your life, to your existence, and people don't know how to be peace. Yeah? Go Forest.
Thank you, Master. I cannot speak for others, but for me, the reason I'm less afflicted is because I have learned to be less attached and also accepting at the same time.
Okay, very good. And I know after this, you can then have your own sessions and make more money. Okay, and being a guru, you train people how to be peace. Okay, a class in peace. And I see Celery thinking already, writing a book on peace. I am peace, and so are you. How about that for a title? Huh? Wouldn't that be cool? I'm telling you, it's a crying shame. I see people, the brightest people, they chase after things, but they forget about the fundamentals. They are not peace. They're miserable. They be the brightest minds. Okay? I've seen too many brightest, very bright minds, geniuses. They are not peace. I went to my brother's department, math department. They are not peace. None of them is peace. It's scary. You send your children there to learn not to be peace. Is it worth it? I ask you. Make a lot of money and just sink deeper and deeper and deeper. More and more afflicted. More money, more afflictions. Yes, Way Mountain.
Sometimes before work and after work, I see my coworkers, and sometimes they come to me, and I get to listen to them vent about their tribulations. And before, like Way Mountain Temple, less people would come to me and vent stuff like that. And also, when the big boss is there, like nobody likes to talk to him because he has bad energy and afflictions and money.
Very unhappy, but rich. That's what ordinary people are. And they say, I'm unhappy, I'm richer than you. Okay? So why do you have peace? Way Mountain. Tonight, Way Mountain is very talkative.
Hi, Master. I'm not really sure, but if I reflect on my journey of cultivation, I think what I thought was what was right and what was wrong, that all really changed as I cultivate more. And because I don't think certain thing is right and certain thing is wrong, it brought me peace in my mind. And then I was able to meet with the people with more open mind and try to understand them more, and instead of judging them.
And don't think I have the answer. I'm thinking as I'm going along. It's like I'm writing a new test, and don't have the answer yet. So you're helping me come up with the answer as you talk, because you have so much wisdom. I am taking advantage of your wisdom. Okay, I'm not peace right now because I'm still thinking. I don't know, what is the answer? What is the answer? Quick! I'm running out of time. Yes, 7.
Master, I guess we try to reduce the ego so we have more peace.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes. Mexico.
Hello, Master. Maybe because we are able to see our mind, our thoughts, and to see that most of them or all of them are not like absolute.
Absurd, yes. Okay. Very good. Anyone else? Yes, 9.
지금 와서 생각을 제가 이제 알코올의 이슈가 있는데 지금 와서 생각을 해보니까 되게 긴장되고 경쟁적인 하루를 보내고 그래도 세상에서 내가 가장 좀 편안한 집에 돌아와서 술을 마셨던 게 그나마라도 좀 쉬고 싶었고 평화를 느끼기 위해서 제가 매일 밤 술을 마셨던 것 같습니다. 지금 돌아보니까 평화를 위해서 술을 마셨던 것 같습니다. 예전에.
So I have an alcohol problem, and I was.
You have an alcohol problem? Wait, did I hear right?
아니,
She's alcoholic? Jung-in Sinim, did you know that? You did? You knew that she likes to get drunk? You do? Okay. Have you talked to her about this? Okay, yeah, go ahead, continue, alcoholic lady.
She had an alcohol issue. She had.
그러니까 예전에
네.
그러니까 알코올에 문제가 있어서 이제 제가 이제 개를 받았던 거를 부름주를 다시 반납을 하겠다고 했을 때 마스터께서 왼쪽 손가락을 부러뜨리거나 새끼 손가락을 부러뜨리거나 아니면 현안 선생님한테 연락을 해야 된다고 하셔서 둘 다 제가 원하는 바가 아니라서 그 이후로 제가 술을 먹은 적이 없습니다. 어쨌든 제가 말하려고 했던 포인트는 저는 평화를 위해서 제가 술을 마셨던 것 같습니다.
So I had an alcohol issue, so I wanted to renunciate my precept, but you, Master, you told me you're gonna break my finger and gonna call Venexay. So I dropped alcohol. So what I wanted to say was, I used to drink because I was very tense at work, very competitive, and I spent the whole day like that. And when I come back to my house, I want to rest. So I drank every night to gain peace.
Were you peaceful?
그러니까 제가 나름대로 성과도 있었고 그랬지만 불행했던 것 같아요. 예전에. 그런데 술을 마시면서 그때 잠깐 숨을 좀 쉴 수 있었던 것 같았어요. 지금 예전을 돌아봤을 때. 근데 지금 저는 예전에 비해서 뭐 직업도 없고 뭐 유명한 사람도 아니고 아무것도 아니지만 그때보다는 제가 좀 평화롭고 많이 행복해진 것 같아요. 그때보다는. 오히려 사회적으로 보여지는 때 되게 잘 나가고 화려할 때보다는 지금이 더 평화롭고 행복한 것 같습니다.
So I had great results then, but I was very unhappy. And when I drank, I thought I could breathe a little. But looking back, right now I have no job and I am not famous. But I feel more peaceful than then. So socially, I'm not very good, but right now I'm happier and more peaceful.
Okay, good point. That is, again, peace is incremental. Okay, as you improve, as this lady was asking earlier, I said, it's not enough for you to say, I want to help, I want to make a difference. The best way to help is to become a better person. When you become a better person, the better you become, the more peaceful you become naturally. You don't have to say anything. Peace follows you everywhere you go. You don't have to do anything. Just be yourself, and you are peace. That's correct. Anyone else? So this is why we put so much emphasis on improvement. Improve, more peaceful, more peaceful, more peaceful. See that? You bring peace with you everywhere you go. Why? How? This is fundamental to Chan training, fundamental to Buddhism. It is explained this way because the typical Buddhist disciples, the typical intellectuals want to hear big words. Okay? It's more impressive to say it's typically you go to Dharma talk, the master would speak, quote the sutra and that sutra, this shastra and so forth. I've sat through so many of those. The monks keeps on going from one sutra to the next and quoting this and that constantly. And so at the end of the session, your head is so full of these concepts that no one understands. Everyone says, I didn't understand anything. The master is so wise. They didn't realize the master does not even understand that. That's why they use so many big words. I asked them this, okay? And unfortunately, there aren't that many monks and nuns who are available online to answer this. I'm asking you, how can you become peace? Yes, Wei Mountain. Why did you become peace? Wei Mountain.
Thank you, Master. I'm just speaking from my own experience. I think when I first started meditating, I was so anxious. I had a lot of afflictions, and I was just trying to cope in this crazy world. And I think as I continue on in learning from you and from the kindness and the real help I get from your Sangha, and then going through, the chanchis and working hard, something in me feels I'm just not as anxious. I don't feel like I have to explain myself. I don't feel like I'm always running after something. I don't have to run and prove myself every second, every day to prove my existence, like I'm doing something right. Like, who am I proving it to? I just always felt like I had to do that. And I don't feel like I don't think that's my reason why I'm alive anymore. I feel like there's something I'm still learning about, and I know I'm not there yet, but I feel like when my family comes to visit, that they're really happy to be home.
And compared to before, they weren't happy to be home.
I think it's just much more relaxed. I mean, I'm not, I don't know how to explain it, but
Too bad, huh? We can't explain it because, if it's not quantifiable, how can we sell it? This is why we're destined to be poor forever.
But I feel the truth of the matter is that it's real. And I can't, I'm not going to deny that I've changed. I'm not. I have. And I feel I've improved. And I feel...
Your husband notices too.
I think he does, even though I think he's too proud to say it.
Yes.
I think he notices, but he won't say it. Chun was at our house.
If people who love you, they will notice the difference. They don't love you, you can't blame them. When the people who really love you will see the difference in you very quickly. They spot it very quickly.
You know, my kids we all live in the same city, and everyone is so busy we don't see each other that often. But then when we get together, it's so interesting because my kids really ask me how am I? And then it always comes up, well, gee, Mom, how are things at the temple? Like they know it's a big part of my life. And they are interested because they can tell it matters to me.
Okay.
And my husband's supportive that I come here every night. So that's different than before.
And Jumi's husband supports her coming to the temple because it benefits him. She's more peaceful. Yeah? Not as afflicted. Yes? So it benefits in a ways that it helps improve relationships in family life and so forth in a way that cannot be quantified. Why not? Because people don't look for it. Okay? They don't realize how important it is. It's a foundation of your well-being. You cannot know peace, you cannot be happy. No one told you that, huh? There's no happiness without peace in your heart. Doesn't matter how much money you have. Doesn't matter how much love you get. You have no peace, you cannot be happy. Yeah, yes, 9.
일단 저희
Defend yourself, justify yourself.
일단 저희 남편 같은 경우는 이제 보산사에 왔던 게 좋았던 게 현아 스님께서 저를 혼내시는 거를 보고 굉장히 대리만족을 느꼈어요. 그 와이프가
my husband really enjoyed coming to Jo Mountain Temple because Ben Xay used to scold me, so he really enjoyed it.
그래서 남편은 진심으로 현아 스님을 좋아하더라고요. 네.
So my husband sincerely likes Venerable Xay.
이제 그랬던 남편이었는데 이제 제가 절에 다니면서 좀 크고 작은 이곳에서 이제 마스터께서 시키셨던 인스트럭션들 제가 너무 하기 싫었던 거, 뭐 예를 들면 사과하는 거, 그다음에 뭐 청소하는 거 이런 것들을 실제적으로 하다 보니까 남편은 세상에 이렇게 너무 좀 지랄맞은 와이프가 이렇게 좀 변하게 한 마스터에 대해서 굉장히 좀 호기심을 갖게 됐던 게 수행의 시작이었던 것 같고, 네.
And when we start to go to temple, master instruction was the things I really hate to do, like cleaning up or apologizing to people. So my husband observed this weird wife, master changing this wife, so he was very impressed by it.
그리고 이제 또 마스터지께서 또 때맞춰 또 보산사의 주지 스님으로 계시면서 여러 가지 뭐 긴 말이 필요 없죠. 너무나 모범적인 모습들 또 마사지에 대한 깊은 존경심을 갖게 되면서 신심을 갖고 수행할 수 있게 된 것 같습니다. 감사합니다.
So at the right time, Master Z could come to Joel Mountain Temple as an abbot. And, you know, I don't really need to explain. He's so proper and I have deep respect on him. So I could have faith and continue to cultivate.
Weimao.
Thank you, Master. In my experience, the way I become peace is 3 ways off the top of my head. One is investing the time to learn Chan meditation and enter samadhi. The second way is attending Dharma talks and being at ease during the talk. And the third way is mantra recitation samadhi. And the reason I can bring peace everywhere, whether I remember my wallet or not, is because I found it inside of me. And it's light as a feather. And I can't forget it. It just comes with.
That's why I use the word you are, the word are. Okay? You are peace. You are not fabricating it. You're not pretending it. You are peace. We are peace. Okay? It's not like we are like, not Koreans, like Americans here. In the morning, they get up and they put a foundation on and they put a brush, the rouge here, and okay? They put something on. Okay? We don't need to do that. We are peace. Yes? Yes, 4.
네, 마스터, 평화로움을 느끼게 된 이유는 참선을 하면서 불편한 걸 계속 참아야 되고, 그리고 아픈 것도 견디고, 싫어하는 것들에 대해서 계속 직면하게 되면서 그거에 대해서 이제 계속 그런 수행을 하다 보니까 평화로움이 온 것 같고요. 그렇게 된 거는 제가 자꾸 생각하는 그 집착을 조금씩 좀 참고 내려놓게 되면서 평화로움이 찾아온 것 같습니다.
So the reason I start to feel the peace is because through Chan, I had to endure the uncomfortableness and endure suffering, and also I had to face what I hate. So during those cultivation, I met peace because I had to let go of my attachments little by little and endure and let go. And then peace came to me.
Very good. That's correct. JC, see, people know. You go through this, you know. If you really do it, you know. You only talk, you don't know. That's the difference. You want to know, you want to listen to it, you can listen. But you never know inside. Okay? You can never be peace unless you receive the training, unless you're willing to do it. If you only want to hear, you only want to know, you will never peace. You'll never be peace. You too.
Just to remind our YouTube audience, please, if this is of interest to you, what we're discussing and our master's wise words that he's sharing with us, please like and subscribe. Thank you.
Yeah.
We have several comments here.
Yes.
Brady says, drop your anger and you will find peace.
Good.
Bio says, I dropped most of my attachments, dropped most of the delusions. I stopped seeking, and then I was finally at peace.
Very good. That's a fact. Next.
Mary Jo says, the ability to be calm, still, and present is noticeable to others.
Yes. True. That's why, by the way, monks and nuns they pick it up, they walk a certain way because that represents peace. They move a certain way because that represents peace. They look a certain way because it portrays peacefulness. And they smile a certain way. Okay? Yeah. So peace, I know I'm exaggerating it, but peace is from inside. It comes from your substance, from your nature. It's not fabricated. It's not something you paste on, you paid. Okay? It's not. So, the summary, in short, the Chan practice brings peace to your lives and makes you become peace. And you are more and more peace. How? I need to tell you this, if you were interested, because I can't charge for this. Okay, unfortunately, until someone figures out how to monetize this, I haven't figured out how to monetize the things I give you. Okay, it's totally useless in terms of commercial ideas. So, the reason that you become peace because it's something that most people are not willing to accept. Especially smart people. What are they afraid to accept? Every time you do something wrong, your Buddha nature disapproves of you, and therefore that's the start of your affliction. You don't like yourself. Never mind about me, never mind about your mother, never mind about your father, never mind about your husband. It's about you who disapproves of yourself. And you know it. That's why you're unhappy with yourself. Stop it. Chan is not about sitting, folks. Chan, we teach you Chan because that practice there helps you believe, become convinced that you should not do things that you disapprove yourself. You believe it's wrong, you don't want to do it. You believe you're not supposed to do it. That's how you find more peace. The fewer things that you do wrong, the more peaceful you become, folks. This is a secret about Chan that the Chinese have never taught their own, or the Koreans, or the Vietnamese, or the Thai. Why not? Because we understand Chan. Those who understand Chan in China and so forth, in India, are dead already. It's so fundamental. You don't like yourself. You disapprove of yourself. You judge yourself because you know it's wrong to lie, to cheat. Huh? You know. You don't like it. Yes, when you steal from your customer, you make more money, yeah? But that money is tainted. You take it to feed your son. Your son is poisoned with your wickedness. You poison your own son with that money you give him. You may not see the direct relationship, okay? But you yourself, when you do something wrong, okay? You don't dare look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day, like Steve McQueen that I talked about last night. Where's that photo again? Huh? He looked at it and he's like, I'm not sure I like myself. You know, I'm not proud of myself. Yes, I did my job, but with doing my job, I lost my beautiful girlfriend. I'm not happy. He was like, did you see him smiling? I'm so, yeah? No, he looked at himself. Grim look in his face for someone who's doing right. Because he's killing. You yourself disapprove of yourself. And that's why you cannot know peace, because inside it's gnawing at you. You yourself say, you know, it's something, I'm not sure I like to spend time with myself. It's not about being smart. It's about inside of you, that voice that says, I don't like myself. And that is Chan, by the way. Chan, the thing we did for you in these instructional talks are designed to help you face that. And you have to choose. Should I continue? Okay, if you continue, if you drop it, then you find a little bit more peace than before. Questions, comments? Never heard this before, right? You only hear about big words. Paramita, giving paramita, patience, samadhi paramita. No one explains to you why you are more peaceful. Because I watch you. I understand why it happened. Because of you, it's not because of me. You chose right. No one forced you. No one can force you, by the way. No one. No one can force another person to do anything they don't believe in. You have to believe it yourself. You can trick them, but it won't last. You can pray, but it won't last. They have to believe it. Their Buddha nature, their inner self, had to approve of it, has to agree. And that's Chan. We have to be true to ourselves. Stop trying to sell to others. Is it time to do that when it's time for a promotion and a job interview? Yes. But you do it better when you are peace. That's the middle way. Don't say, no, so I don't want to work anymore. I don't want to be with my wife anymore. I want to be peace. You can't. Okay? You made a commitment. Live through it. Follow through. So there's a balance. Okay? You go to work, you have to be afflicted. And you know you're afflicted, so you have to find a way to find peace again. Yeah? That's a middle way. All right? We're not advocating you run away to the mountain and isolate from people because you're afflicted because of people. And there's another reason why you find peace, but I don't feel like talking to you because time is up. And if you ask me again another time, I probably won't remember. But fundamentally, this is what ordinary people, deluded people cannot do, is admit that they disapprove of themselves. Because they do so many wrong things during the day. Manipulate others, lie to others, mislead others to get what they want. They disapprove of themselves. Yeah? No peace in the heart. Yes, go Forrest.
I see the Phật today. Please say the second one before you forget it. And we have time.
No, we
Please.
don't. It's 8:50. Time is up, honey. Okay.
Make it short, Thầy, please.
No, it has to be a commercial section. Who has $100? Can I get a collection of money first? See, no one is willing to give money. I take Zelle. Credit card. I take credit card. See, only a few people. Only a few people are willing to pay. No, I want everyone to pay.
I see the Phật, chị nữ have cash right now. Please.
Count the people who's been listening. Is it 200? 200 times 100. That's $20,000. I want $20,000. If anyone says, I will give you $20,000 to cover everyone, then I will give you the thing before I forget. No? Okay, see? You have $20,000 in your card? How much? I can't even read Korean. Republic of China. This is a real credit card? You Korean, you have a Republic of China. Oh, Korea, sorry. Yeah. I take only Visa. Yes, 9.
마스터 이 근처에 있는 세븐일레븐에 가서 현금을 인출할 수 있는 카드입니다. 국제적인 카드입니다.
Master, this is a very worldwide card because you can go to nearby 7-Eleven and you can withdraw cash.
What is the limit on here?
한도가 없습니다.
No limit?
네, yes.
No limit.
마스터 원하시는 대로 말씀하시면 계좌
Okay, I want for the record, I don't want to be accused of stealing from you. Can I take out $20,000? I'm very reasonable tonight. Instead of 300, I'm only 200.
Yes.
People.
Yes.
중인 스님, you heard it, right? Okay, withdraw 20,000. Okay. Tonight, okay. Don't wait. Okay, thank you very much. Then I tell you, I don't think it's worth $20,000. That's why. Another thing that's very deep inside of you that most people don't realize, including bodhisattvas, is that you don't know peace because deep down you're so afraid to suffer. In the Saha world, we have this common denominator. All of you are scared of suffering. Deep down, you're so scared of suffering. That's why you live in fear. Is it worth $20,000? It's very profound. It's so buried, so deep underneath, you cannot see it. Only Buddhas can see it. This is why you cannot become enlightened, because you are fearful. Deep down, you hide your fear. You're so afraid to lose someone you love. Yeah? aren't you? So scared. Yung, who are you afraid to lose? Huh? Agree or disagree?
Emitofuo, agree, absolutely, Master.
It's so deep inside of you. You're so scared, okay, of suffering. You lose someone, you cannot handle the loss. Can I charge 30,000 if you approve? Okay, so Jungin Singh, don't get excited. Okay, we will not charge her tonight, but let's say that we will reserve the right to ask for 20,000 from her later. Is that okay? Sounds good? Thank you, thank you. What do you mean, thank you? You should say, no, take it. Take advantage of me. Okay, let's take a survey. Who feels I should charge $20,000? Raise your hands. I'm watching you. Hey, all of you, I'm watching you now. Raise your hand if you feel I should charge. 2 at JC, okay? Okay, 2 people. Anyone else? Just 2? Yes, go for us.
Master, I think you should charge all of us.
Be fair.
20,000 of all of you? I can do that.
Yeah.
But some of you are broke and poor, have no jobs. You don't even have $200, let alone 20,000. I don't believe you.
Down payment, Master, down payment.
Yes, go for us. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Good night.